Well, hey there. Welcome back to the channel. I've had several of you reach out to me and say, hey, what's going on with the interior part 2, Winston? What's happening? What's the latest? So I'm going to give you a quick little update. We got issues. Dang it. Okay, for those of you new to the channel, quick recap. This is my 1985 GMC Sierra, and we've done a ton of work to this. We did a complete QA1 coilover suspension, front and rear, Willwood disc brakes. I fixed up some of the body. We put Dakota digital gauges in it, but the biggest thing is that we got this LS, this 5.3 liter out of a 2006 Silverado that only had 70,000 miles on it. I put a complete Holley, fuel system in it with the new tank and the pump, ran new lines. I got this cool pressure regulator here so I can, make sure we're getting what we're supposed to. So what's going on here? Well, it'll start up. It's not the smoothest, but it'll start up and then it'll idle just fine. But then as soon as you get it under load and try to accelerate, it stumbles and backfires, and sometimes it'll backfire and start up. It just is acting all kinds of wonky. So let me show you what's going on. I'll just flip the key on, and then right quick we'll take a look at the fuel pressure gauge, okay? And you can see the fuel pressure is right where, we want to be. So we'll go to start it here, and it's cold. Like it's, what is it right now? It's cold. Anyway, we'll try to start it. You hear that backfire? Now it'll start. Good oil pressure, I know my fuel gauge works. It's about a half a tank. And everything's running good right now, like there's no miss. It's idling smooth. My fuel pressure is, right around 60, where it should be. It's settling down to about 700 RPM, so sitting here idling, it's fine. So let's take it out on the road here, and I'll show you what I mean. See if I can get out of here without hitting anything. Don't scrub the Captain America blazer. Dang it. I mean, it shifts fine, We're just idling in gear. It's running about 500. It's moving along. Everything is hunky-dory. There it went the second, third. Stay with me here. Oh, slow down, slow down. You're gonna miss the turn. What is going on? I'm almost to 180. My oil pressure and everything is good. Like everything is going fine. Although I will say at idle, I've noticed, we're right here at 12 volts. And this will go between, say, 12 and 14, a little over 14 when you give it RPMs. But anyway, we're about to stumble on our face here. Watch this. Okay, made it back. So, what have we done? I've checked the crank sensor, the cam sensor, the map sensor, the MAF sensor. I have checked all the coils. All cylinders are firing. I've checked all the injectors. All of them are working fine. I've actually replaced this throttle body again because the first one I got was like a Chinese knockoff and it kept failing. I would get lost tack. So this is a genuine GM throttle body, and the whole lost tack thing has gone away. And I've been, as you can see, because of these wires are out the way they are, is because I've been tracing grounds. I've checked voltage to the computer. I've checked everything you can think of. And I just have no idea what's going on here. I have this All-Tel, but the only thing it really does is give me codes, but it's not throwing any codes. So what we're going to do is run it down to the tuners. Because at this point, I think we need to look at more detailed data and see if we can figure out what's happening here. This will explain why I haven't done anything else, you know, with the interior. I have all the stuff to put all this together and make it look, you know, much nicer, and I need to finish up wiring the vintage air, but I don't want to do any of that until we figure out what's going on under the hood, because my fear is I'd have to take half of this apart. Winston is just giving me a fit. All right, we're gonna head to the tuning shop here. Hopefully they can help me figure out what's going on here. Backfire. And then it starts right up. So we're here at MV Performance in Athens, Georgia, and these guys are gonna, I guess, hook up to this thing and see if they can tell me what is going on.
Your OBD2 port in the truck?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Zeb, that's a good old Georgia name right there.
Yes, it is.
What all do you guys do here?
Engine builds, turnkey race cars, a lot of drag racing stuff, street car stuff.
Oh, so all of it. Just all of it.
A little bit of everything. You said the motor was a 06?
Yeah.
PCM too?
Yes.
Good looking truck. I'm loading up some PIDs in this.
A PID? What the hell is a PID?
It's like a little indicator table where you can check everything.
Oh, okay.
Like all your, I guess all your categories of, you know, like engine data, evap, you know, fuel trims, O2 sensor data, just stuff like that. See if I see anything crazy, because I hard scanned it and I didn't even get a check engine light.
We're just unplugging each one of them, listening for a difference.
Yeah. You should have some check engine lights set now. Nah, that was a little high.
Look at all the cool stuff going on. This is like Mustang Central, man.
Pretty much. The one that really stuck out to me, listen how significant that is.
Yeah.
Alright, and then now, listen to this one. That's a big difference. I think we've already got a miss. Are these GM coils?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're the stock coils.
That were on the motor?
Yep. And injectors. I didn't change any of that.
How long does this motor sit?
Couldn't tell you. But I know it only had 70,000 miles on it, which I was like, oh, that'll be a good one, you know.
It will.
But that does mean, it being out of an 06, that it spent a lot of time setting.
I honestly think you may have some coil or injector issues on them. That the pentals may be slow in them. And that may be why when you try to roll in on it with a load, it wants to pop and backfire. I mean, fuel pressure's steady, so you don't have a drop off. I heard it on that side, but it's really profound on this side. And when I started unplugging all these on this side, when I unplug the one, you got the misfire on this side. And then that one injector right there, it's a different noise than the rest of them when you unplug it.
All right, Zeb, well, I mean, that is helpful. I'll, hell, what I might do is just buy new injectors. Well, basically what we learned from Zeb there after going all through it was that we feel like we have a problem with injectors or coils or both. Most likely injectors. I'm thinking injectors, he's thinking injectors. It makes sense because that's how it behaves, like it's starving for fuel. I know there are places that clean those injectors up, so I just need to decide, you know, we're gonna pull them off, send them off to get cleaned up. Do I get new injectors? Do I try cleaning them up myself? There's a bunch of videos out there about cleaning injectors at home, but it seems like you got to come up with this crazy contraptions or whatever to do it, or have fancy equipment, and I don't want to do either of those things because I'm kind of lazy. Either way, we'll get Winston finished up and we will bring you that content as soon as we possibly can, so bear with me, it's coming, and he's going to be a real nice truck when we're done. In the meantime, I got to head back out to the West Coast for a while, so we'll see you real soon, and get off the couch and go wrench on something.